Greetings and welcome to another episode of Bermuda's Feel Good Early Morning Show. Good day, Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terry Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert, and we want to thank you for getting up bright and early with us on this Thursday, pre-Friday, pre-holiday day.
I
So
think
like,
we
hey, and then I
start
realized
on
I said
another
day
one.
like a lot of times.
I was like, and then pre what? Pre feast. It's gonna be
Yeah,
so much food these next few days, and I'm so excited to hear. Well, you guys know I talk about food all the time. Food and
it's
protect.
literally your favorite topic. Like, if someone was to ask you a fun fact about Jackie, what does she like to talk about? Food.
No, like you
No,
don't
seriously, what does she like to talk about?
food.
Food.
You don't even get. You shouldn't even have to. You shouldn't even blink in between answering and thinking.
No,
You just
absolutely not. Like,
food.
I really don't see how anyone could think you talk, or no, you talk about anything else. Anyone that says anything but food that doesn't know Jackie, I'd be like, yeah, you don't know Jackie. Like you say,
Yeah,
you.
like making
I've known Jackie since I was 5. What did she like to talk about? Tennis. I'm a G.
raw.
I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away.
You ain't a real friend.
You not. That's how you qualify Jackie's friends.
Yeah,
What do they know what she likes to talk about? Speaking of
absolutely.
Jackie's friends, it looks like we have a mutual friend of ours. Neil is in the building. He's watching with us on YouTube. Wherever you are watching, go ahead and let us know. Drop us a good morning message. Drop us your favorite good morning greetings. Because today, Jackie, so I saw you sent me a message. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that as far as our trend report this morning, or if you wanted to jump right into our feel good topic. I am leaving it up to you, but I am going to bring up on the screen that we're going to have a trend report.
I just feel like we haven't spoken about mental health in so long. And I
Hmm.
think that prepping for a holiday can be so stressful. So I
Yep.
think that for our trend report, we should talk about it just to remind people that even though it's a holiday and Bermudians, we take our holidays seriously,
Hmm.
just chill. Also, I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it is still the same, but don't think that alcohol is still tomorrow.
Oh yes, it is not. I
I
actually saw
mean,
one of
that
my
can
other best friends. I think he works at the gas station, and he mentioned that
a
just
lot
or
of people
this.
could go to the gas station because the grocery stores are closed. But no, get your alcohol today. Get too much and then save it at your house. That way, just in case it's there. Because you know how you buy a case and then more people show up than anticipated.
Yes, don't get too much, but get more than enough so that
Right.
you can have some later. Because Good Friday is a pop up holiday. It is one of those holidays. It's another holiday that people will jump around from house to house, or
Mhm.
there's an event going on.
Mhm.
Um, and you want to maybe take some alcohol with you, or you're going to someone's house, and one of the things you want to bring is alcohol because you didn't really
But
know
I feel
what's
like
happening.
that is if you've ever invited me to your house, 9 times out of 10, I've shown up with wine.
You gotta have something,
Not
right?
for me to drink, but as a gift. Like, all right, I've never been to your house. Here's some wine. I feel like after it becomes routine, I don't have to really. I'm probably still gonna bring like something slight, like maybe some ciders or whatever.
Hmm.
But I feel like you can't show up to people's house empty-handed, and if they don't drink, show up with some one of the favorite juices or favorite.
Bring
Get it
them
snacks.
always food. I don't know any friend that says she talks about anything but food is not a friend. Um, so on the topic of holiday mental health, definitely if you've been burnt out, if you've been going, you haven't had a chance to rest, use tomorrow to rest. You don't have to go all the places. If you were invited to a lot of different parties or invited to come over someone's house and eat fish cakes and you know fish cakes and chill,
Mm.
you don't have to go. Like, you don't have to go to be present in other people's spaces. You can be present in your own space. Take time, wake up late or wake up early and then go take a nap later on in the day. Because I know sometimes I say, oh, I'm asleep in 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm
I
up.
didn't
Like,
see it on a holiday. I try. I try. I'm gonna try tomorrow.
my intention is if I don't sleep in, I will stay in bed until like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning.
I have a child now, so it's kind of hard.
I am pet and child free, so shout out to all of the parents, puppy parents, and children parents who will not be able to sleep in because their little ones will not let them.
Yeah,
Bless
I
your
also have
heart.
somebody that I might have their dog sit, and they have kids.
So they're already used to it.
I feel like, they don't, their bodies are already meant, like their bodies have already acclimated to that type of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the kids are old enough to take care of Star and be like, okay, Star needs to go for a walk. Star needs to use the bathroom.
So they can help. So it'd be less of a burden or a load. I won't say a burden, but
Yeah.
less of a load on the adult parent, and the mini parents, the children, can assist.
But I mean, I feel like also sleeping in until like 8 is what?
That's
Jack?
good.
So 8? Like so that's my attempt, is to stay in bed until 8, and Star can handle that because we wake up at like 4 and use the bathroom. So another 4 hours of sleep doesn't hurt.
Won't hurt. It's another nap. It's another nap. If you're just joining us, let us know what holiday plans you have or how you take care of your mental health over the holidays. Another thing, Jack, it's not really mental health related, but it could be for someone depending on what happens. Drive slow, drive with care, caution, and
Right.
courtesy. Please designate a driver that is
Yeah.
sober to get you home if you do intend to drink over the holiday, because even though you might feel fine and you might think you're okay, all it takes is a split second for your okayness to not be okay, and that could stress your entire family out, could stress you out physically and mentally as well. So please be safe. It's been a lot of not so great news over the last couple of days as it relates to rare fatalities, violence on the island, and just people losing their lives. So we want you to see next Good Friday, because the Good Friday is on. Like, there are events going on.
And honestly, I'm really trying to remember if Good Friday happened last year.
I don't feel like it happened on the scale that it's happening now.
Yeah.
And when I say scale, I feel like I didn't see a lot of people posting about, the Good Friday events at St. David's, the Good Friday events at Bayless Bay, things up the west, up Somerset. Like, I didn't see
I feel
that.
like we
That's not
were
to
in
say that they didn't do
lockdown for
it.
some reason. I don't know. I feel like we were in lockdown still.
We could have been, or we could have had, like, how we have phases, right? So you had like a certain number. So people would just, like, you know what, just do stuff at your house kind of thing, or keep it very low key if you were doing a community theme, because you could only have so many people at the gatherings. I feel like no, we're at like the place of like, all right, Bayless Bay is having a hood kick. So it's like team against team. And, we got kites flying, we got snacks for the children. It's like people are putting the things out there. And even St. David's, they're doing their thing again.
And speaking of which, let's also remember it's still a pandemic one.
It's a panorama, y'all. Don't forget.
Let's practice safe activities. If you feel uncomfortable, always carry a mask. So carry a mask. Still wash your hands. Still sanitize. Keep that routine going, because whatever was working to keep you safe all this time, let's keep it going, because obviously, I'm not sure what numbers we're at this current moment, but it's still happening. COVID still very much exists, and we want to make sure that those kids and yourself not only have a nice holiday, but then we can go into next week without any, scares or
any spikes, because I think that's one thing. And I think Antonia mentioned we didn't do anything. We were in lockdown for a week or so last year, and so it's one of those holidays where you don't want to like be a part of the problem, and you don't want to see a spike so that we regress as far as the restrictions being lifted, because pretty much every restriction that I've seen that people complained about have been lifted except for masks indoors and on certain, in certain spaces. So I feel like, we're at a place where everyone is now being more personally accountable for their actions, and so take that kind of
but
that responsibility seriously.
Yeah, we've seen it over the past few years where everybody's just like, outside's open, let's go. And it goes, zoom.
Yeah. Well, apparently we have 207 active cases. You could tell Jack and I don't watch the or read the things anymore, because we just allow our friends to update us, because you guys know. 207 active cases is a large number. So definitely, as Jackie mentioned, that's also part of your mental health, right? Like, if you are still concerned about COVID, if you are concerned about the loved ones that you have in your household, which we all should be, by the way, do make sure you continue to do your best to protect yourself and protect others, even if someone else doesn't want to wear their mask and you feel that's the need is necessary, or you don't feel comfortable without your mask. Please do it. If you can't, socially distance yourself.
Just be aware of people's space, because I don't understand.
Don't go back to the old ways. The old ways are not the new ways.
All up in my space. I've never liked people for long periods of time in my space. Hug, chat, back up. Like,
Hug, chat, and give me my space back.
Yeah, like why are you on my shirt?
Why are you in my space? COVID. I'm gonna just do that. COVID.
Like, it's allergy season, and allergies and flu, and COVID, you all sneeze the same. So let's just
it's the same
roll the
sneeze.
dice.
It's the same sneeze. Now, looking at the time, Jackie and I got to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with our feel good topic of the day. We're talking about Good Friday traditions, so go ahead and let us know in the comments some of your Good Friday traditions, because Jackie and I are going to be ready to have that conversation with you right when we come back after this commercial break.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app, available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terry Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert. If you're just joining us, please take a minute to share this episode wherever you are watching. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and the like button. If you're over there on Facebook, make sure you give us a reaction and share the post wherever you want to share it. And for those of you on Twitter, make sure you retweet it and run up those hearts. Now, Jackie, it is the Thursday before Good Friday. It's a long weekend. So if you haven't had a holiday, if you haven't had a vacation in a while, now you got your, what is it? You got your 3-day weekend. Hopefully you thought about taking Monday off too. Get yourself a 4-day weekend. But if you didn't, it's all right. We got a free vacation day tomorrow. Now, Good Friday traditions. We have to do this. We have to start it off this way, because every year around this time, it's similar to 24th of May and it's similar to Cup Match. We have the same recycled conversations around this topic. And I feel like no one gets tired of it. Like, it's the same energy every year. So the first question we have to do when it comes to your hot cross buns, what team are you? Raisins or no raisins? You could hashtag it if you want to, or you could just, in capital letters, in lowercase letters, however you want to tell us. Tell us what team you're on, raisins or no raisins. Jackie is ready. I can see it. Tell me, sis.
Raisins and icing, but like loaded icing.
Oh, I forgot to put the icing part on there too. So
yeah, right, I got you, sis. I got you.
What about it?
No, it has to have raisins and icing, and I need the raisins to basically caramelize in the oven, so that when I pick the raisin out, it's still that nice, yummy residue of gooiness and sweetness right there, and a nice, yummy, fluffy bun. Yes, it has to.
The action.
If I pick up your reel and I don't do this, I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna do this.
And make sure it's
I'm gonna soften it for us.
I have a little spring.
And I feel like I have to, the same way I do. I do this thing where I get a breakfast sandwich on a coffee roll, but I flip the top on the inside, so the icing's on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to do that for my fish cakes and hot cross bun sandwich now, because I have to make sure that I don't get the icing all her, but in her. Okay.
Yo, honestly, like literally, anyone that says Jackie talks about anything else besides food, or talks about it in such an animated way, you don't know Jackie. Clearly, you don't know Jackie. If you're just joining us, we need to know what team you're on. I actually forgot to include the icing, no icing. So let us know when it comes to your hot cross buns, what team are you on? Do you like raisins, no raisins? Do you like icing and no icing? It looks like we have our first no raisins person. And Sean, you have to tell us why no raisins, because I feel like a lot of people just come on and choose violence by saying what team they're on, and then they just walk out. Like, it's like they just jump in and say no raisins and then just leave.
Yeah.
We need to know why no raisins, because some people, when they explain why they don't like raisins, or why they do like raisins, why they don't like icing, why they do like icing, it's like, all right, I get it.
Oh, why?
But we need to know the why, because this is a very,
even like, it makes me think of like
serious thing.
Say, I don't eat pineapple on pizza, but why? Like, have you tried it? Like, because fruit don't go. And I'm just like,
but have you tried
it? Because I was opposed to it until I tried it, and I was just like,
And you know what's weird? Like I've always liked pineapple on my pizza. I used to have pineapple and pepperoni when I used to eat pork, and then I would just do
Mushroom.
pineapple. And I was just when people I would see people say it on social media, and I used to I used to feel personally attacked. I'm like, but you haven't tried but you haven't tried it. Like
So,
you haven't ate it yet. So you honestly don't understand how good it actually tastes.
like it's like the perfect juice to sweet. It's like it makes your pizza savory.
It's just like
And I never understood. Like I still try. My sister doesn't like raisins because of how they look.
uh-huh.
So I get that. Like she's just like they look like little cockroaches. Okay, I can see that, but I can see that because we used to eat raisin bran, and she used to sit there and she'll pick them all out. So from young, she's never liked raisins because of
Okay.
the way they look. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And then even her hot cross buns, like she'll try it, but she'll rather pick it out.
Uh-huh.
But
That's interesting. Now I want to come to the comments because I see we got some people to let us know what team they're on. Neil has probably the best response. He says, "I'm team food, so I don't care if it has raisins or not. I am with you, but I definitely I prefer raisins in my hot cross buns, but you know if
I'll eat either way.
I will eat it either way. I will say though, no icing is probably a deal breaker for me because I just feel like it's just a spiced hamburger for real at that point. And I feel like I got that term from I want to say Elizabeth
Yeah.
Navarro had said it. Like she's the first person I saw say it. And I was like, no, sis, you are absolutely right. That is all it is. Like, that is all it is. Bless you. That is all it is. Now, I want to come back to why Sean Smith doesn't like raisins in his hot cross buns. And he says he personally doesn't like them. They taste nasty. And you know what? Sean, if that's your reason, that's an okay reason. But you have to let us know, do you like icing on your hot cross buns? Because that's a very important decision for us to know. Like, we need to know, do you like icing?
I hate when people are scanty with the icing too. Like I know they traditionally
Don't be.
so the cross has to be there, but like at least put some icing maybe on the bottom. I don't know. But you need more icing.
Don't be scanty. Yes, do not be scanty with your icing. And if you're gonna, like, I don't, and I can't.
Make it real sweeter and fluffier. I need OZ icings.
OZ icing, okay? OZ icing. And so coming back to Jackie's, Neil says, I'm like Jackie, as long as it's squishy and tasty, I'm eating it. But I just can't get over this.
No, it's the moistness. I do when I go to like dinner as well. I'll be like, all right, let's test it. If the top is crunchy and I go, but then it goes, I'm gonna rip it open and I know that the steam's gonna come out and inside it's just gonna be nice and soft. And I know I'm gonna take my butter and lather it. It's gonna be smooth. Same with my hot cross bun. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna put my mayonnaise, ketchup, hot sauce, put the fish cake. Well, fish cake's up goes. I'm that person. I like to baste both sides with my condiments.
Okay, so it's just like oozing out when you eat it.
Yes, and that way, like I have a plate and I get the rest. Yeah, I feel like people watching me eat. They're probably like, "Has she not eaten in a week?" I eat all the time.
And you know what's probably funny? Like
passion and love.
Anyone that's seen you on the show talking about food and having gone out with you afterwards to like eat food or just having experience with you now, or probably like. She really does do that. So like she wasn't just like talking about the experience she did moons ago. Like she actually really does do that.
Yeah,
now
like,
coming back to the comments.
Go ahead.
I will come back to you, Jack, but I just want to bring this in from Carlton Fleming. He says raisins and icing is a dinner and a dessert in a single item. And I feel like Jackie has that same type of mindset. It's probably why she likes it so much and why it has to be like this really extravagant experience, because listen, I'm getting a 2-for-1 special.
It's so yummy. It's so yummy. And like you can tell who like loves to cook versus who's rushing through, because you can taste that love. And we always talk about energy and transferring of energy, and like you're eating love. Like
you can tell when someone puts love into their food versus when they don't.
And you're just like even people's macaroni or peas and rice, you're like, yo. They loved on this food.
I'm not even gonna lie. When I used to go to Subway and places where they would make your food for you, when I would get my sandwich back at the end and it was like not presented correctly, like you could tell like everything was like just smashed on
They
there.
have
I'm
an
like,
attitude while they're dipping up your
Daily, make my food with love though. Like I want
exactly.
to send it back. Like I want to go. I want to get the next person. Like can
And
the
that's
next
why
person
when I
get
go
it?
to places like that, like Subway, I'm like, "How was your day? Da-da-da. That's amazing!" And I boost their energy, and they're like, "Yes," and they're talking to me, and they're like making sure, "You want more, or is that enough? Always more, baby." And they do it.
Always more, baby.
And they cut it, and they make sure like they warm it, bring it back, they cut it, and they're like, "Anything else?" And you're like, "No, that's perfect." And you go and you sit outside, and you take a bite, and you're like, "They were happy when they made this."
And now I'm happy eating this food. And it's like
Like,
Jackie said, the transfer of energy.
yep. And I sit there and do my shoulders. I'm like,
Your little food eating dance.
yep.
Everyone has that. We actually need to know, audience, do you have a food eating dance or do you have something you do when you get your favorite meal or something that you like? Like, what is it that you do? And it could be like, around holiday times. I do feel like some people don't eat certain foods unless it's a holiday. Like, I remember a couple years ago, people would say they only eat cassava pie at Christmas time. And I said, have you not been to Supermart on Front Street? Like, it's cassava all year round. So we're eating cassava
Oh, you're right.
all year round.
Like
What are you talking about?
if I have a craving for cassava pie, I am going Front Street. I am getting I'm getting my little tray, and I take it, and the next morning or that night I cut a little square, and I'm like, that's how I start the day. Like with breakfast, I just feel like it's Christmas time or it's Easter, and it's just like the world is right.
I remember people saying, I remember people saying they don't eat cassava unless it's Christmas or Easter. And I was like, but why?
Why? Like, why you
And it's the why question to me because I'm like, but have you not been to Supermart on Front Street? Like they legitimately have both plain and chicken cassava right there. Why would you not eat it if you felt like it today? Like it just blew my mind. And I would just also go, I used to be cashier and I'm like, well, it's more for me, Dan. It's more for me.
That's crazy. Yeah, no. Don't subject yourself to that.
Don't deprive yourself. Esther. Why is it the fly? Your co-host is back?
But here's my thing. I open up the door to help it out because they can't find a way back out. But like, I know the reason why it's called a fly is because they fly all over the place. But chill.
And it's so funny. It's like, bro, you know how you got in hurt. Just go to say when you came in to get out. It's
And so
nothing
yesterday,
changed.
because it was her, I like shoot it out, and I did a victory dance because I thought I got it out, but it must have did a Yui when I wasn't when I did a Yui, it must have did a Yui and came back and it was just like, nah, sis,
It
I
felt the
feel
breeze.
now.
It's little rat.
I feel bad. Like I don't want to spray bake on, and like I'm inside still, so I'm gonna sit in that too. But
no. Now I want to come back to the comments because we've definitely had a few since we've been chit-chatting. And so Neil says, I'm a texture eater, but raisins used to be my favorite, even though I don't eat them as much. I'll eat them in my hot cross buns. I feel like you're on team raisins and we love to hear it. Now, Sean Smith says, I'm fine with or without raisin. Okay. So that's good. Now that's good.
Icing, not raisins.
Oh, what I said, not raisins, my bad. With or without icing, yes. And so when we were talking about your little squishy thing with your rolls, Neil says me too, but he did say the Sunday, not PG, not Neil. That's where your mind is. Jackie and I's mind was not there, so we're just going to leave that to you.
Myself cracking open the room and the steam going.
No, that's literally what the steam does. And then they just made it, and you're like, it's going to be a good meal. It's going to be a good meal.
Like on your P's and Q's tonight in this restaurant.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now I want to bring in this question from Sean Smith because it actually leads into the next question that we hear. So he wants to know, do you do curry or no curry fish cakes? And so the question we wanted to have for the audience as well. So what do you top your fish cakes with? Like what do you put in your fish cakes? Let us know in the comments. And whether you're making it or someone else makes it and you know what they put in the fish cakes, let us know in the comments what you do with your fish cakes, how you have them seasoned, what you put on top of them. Jackie and I will obviously answer that question as well. But I want to come back to the sandwich conversation, Jackie. So when we talk about Subway and making sure the person makes our food correctly, and you were saying how you Amp your person up. Janika says, I'm like that at Marketplace at the sandwich bar. Only the short guy can make my sandwich. And she says she will wait until he becomes available.
Yep. I'm like, you can go next. Yep, it's okay. Next.
Oh, he's still doing it? It's fine.
Yep. 5 people later.
Yep. And no, it's like, no, me. No. Oh, I forgot what we asked. So we asked the audience about the dancing, what they do. And so Neil says, yes, I do like Winnie the Pooh before he eats. Yo, that's a visual because Winnie definitely gets dumb excited with his little.
I do. I'm gonna post the GIF on Twitter, but I do this sometimes, like right before I go into the restaurant. I do this quick feet dance. I'm like,
I need to see this GIF. I need to see this.
I do like footwork, and I'm like, I can't wait to eat. I look at the menu before I go to any restaurant, so I already know what I'm getting. Oh, they got mussels. Oh, they got escargot. I'm getting 2 starters up in here.
So you're already ready. Like you're ready. And then you still read the menu when you get there. Coming back to the holiday foods conversation, Leo says, all my holiday foods, like cassava pot, I used to eat early during those times. No, anytime. I feel like, honestly, anytime. Like, even when I was younger, like, I was really concerned when people said that they only ate cassava pie during the holidays. I used
to get backed up, like, you don't only got 1 tray. And they're like, yeah, it's just for today. For you, for me and Mom, we like to eat this for the rest of the... Just place an order and let them know we'll pick it up on Monday.
This is it. Like just do the post order. Like I cannot deal. If you're just joining us and you haven't already, let us know. Let us know in the comments how you top your fish cakes, what you put in your fish cakes to make them taste amazing. Jackie and I are definitely going to engage with you guys as well. But I do want to do this last one about the dancing before we get to the fish cake conversation. So Sean Smith, Jack.
I do the cabbage patch when I made when I got homemade chocolate chip cookies.
It's the cabbage patch. Like I could just see. It was some chocolate chip cookies. That is the best. All right, so fish cake time. Jackie, what do you kind of told us, like, yeah, basically got to put it on both sides, but what do you actually put on your fish cakes?
Okay, I desperately need people to get on the fresh thyme and fresh parsley train when they do the fish cakes, because I could taste the difference. I could taste when it's the dried, just the season versus listen.
The host is like, if she don't acknowledge me.
Good morning, Mr. Fly. I need that fresh stuff. Like I could taste the difference. It's just not as strong. And I love me some fresh parsley. And I do 2 batches. I'll do a batch with curry and a batch without, just in case somebody's just like, I don't like the curry. I got you, sis. Your holiday is going to still be set. It's still going to be glorious. I got you. So I did both. And then I've done hot cross buns with raisins, without raisins, and then with everything. You ain't getting no raisins and then no icing. Like you gotta be on. You gotta get something. You're gonna have to get over it. You could cut the top off, or you could push the icing off and put it on the side for later, because he doesn't like a little sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna.
That is funny.
Or no curry. I do both.
Perfect. Now coming back to the audience, Janika says curry is a must. I feel like when I was younger, I just had like traditional. When I say traditional, like true traditional Bermudian, it ain't no extra nothing in it. But I have had curry fish cakes when I would eat fish, and it definitely is a vibe. Like it definitely kicks it up a notch.
And I don't like when people make the when they do the potato batch. I need little clumps of potato here and there. Like some people will make it and they'll put it's like mashed potato, like fine, almost like ice cream type.
Like mashed potato, like, and that's not what a fish cake is.
I don't want that. I just want you to mash it up, add like fill the codfish in, and then make them bowls and call it
a traditional codfish does have to have so many lumps.
Like I need to be like, it's almost like a burst. Like yes. Like, how you get your froyo and you put like little gummy bears or something and you take a scoop and you're like,
and you like, yeah.
I need that.
You swirl it around. Yep. Now, Carlton Fleming, so he lets us know that he puts lettuce, tomato, cheese, and salsa on
Oh my
his fish
God, you
cake.
want to
And
go-
I feel like everyone was like, all right, lettuce, tomato. Yeah, that sounds all right. Cheese, depending on who you are. Salsa.
You mean hot sauce?
That's a new one. Because I need to know, like, are you doing like the Mexican salsa or
I
is it
think
just
so.
hot sauce? Because if it's just hot sauce, then that's fine.
I don't know. I
Don't
like
be lie.
salsa. Did you run out of hot sauce and you was just like, you know what?
Let me try some.
It's medium, so it's hot enough, or it's hot enough. But like, did you add some chips to it too, like to make it hot? Like,
We made a whole different,
I just
whole different,
you're
whole
changing
different
it.
situation.
Like you got Mexican in you. Are you trying to meet both sides at once? No, but let me stop. I'm gonna try it.
He said it's the Mexican hot salsa. So he's put legit salsa on his fish cake. And
like
I feel like
juice or everything.
50, I feel like it's 50 stuff. Like I feel like you can't say salsa and it not be the stuff too. Because at the end of the day,
Because it'll be salsa juice, right?
it would just be hot sauce.
Right.
In that case. It would just be hot sauce.
You ran out of hot sauce. It makes sense.
If you love it, if you like it, Cotton, we love it. Like Jackie and I are not here to cancel your fish cake
I'm
condiments.
not gonna ask you, hey, my leg hurts, can you make me a fish cake? Because I feel like you're gonna slip some salsa and I'll be like, waste it. I will scrape it all off. I will find a way to salvage that fish cake, but
Find a way to salvage it all.
I'm gonna
Because
do it at my first, but I'm gonna be like,
she ain't gonna do her little fancy footwork. And so apparently
what is
when
it?
we went to Swizzle, you did this little foot thing. And I now vaguely remember that. Like I do remember you getting excited. And okay, it does make sense. She does it in real life, guys.
So I do a little tap dance routine. And I'm like, can I
Not a tap dance routine. So I want to come to this comment from Jason. He says he doesn't eat seafood. Texture thing for him. He'll fish all day, catch, clean, but don't eat it. He hates mayonnaise. The two things comedians indulge in. That is very interesting. And very interesting indeed. We're definitely gonna leave it there because I feel like that could start a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
But I do love it. Thank you for sharing because I feel like what I think a lot of people don't kind of like remember about being Bermudian and being an individual is like just because everybody in the country does this thing doesn't mean everyone in the country does this thing, because some people don't like mayonnaise, some people don't like fish, even though they'll catch it and they'll clean it for you and they sell it to you. They don't feel like eating it. So speaking of your fresh parsley and fresh thyme, Janika says fresh thyme, fresh parsley, onions, curry is a must in her fish cake.
Yep.
On top, she'll put tomato, raw onions, and melted cheese with hot sauce and ketchup. Now, I feel like there's just a whole lot of onions, but it probably tastes well.
You don't like onions?
I do like onions. I'm just saying I feel like it's a whole lot. Like
There's no
I can only
such
do so
thing
much.
as too much onions.
I can only do so much onion.
There's no such thing as too much onions.
I used to hate onions when I was younger. Like when I say hate, like that is onion in there. I'm not gonna eat it.
I love me some raw onions. Like I'll be dicing up the onions to like make something, and I'll be there and I'll just take a ring and be like,
yeah, no, I'm not at that level of foodie yet. But bless your heart, and go you.
oh,
I'm not at that.
That's love.
No, but as we wrap up, I want to bring this final debate into the conversation. Because we talked about how you top your fish cakes and what old fancy footwork you do.
Nice.
But this one is probably the one that will get a lot of people canceled or not canceled, depending on what team you're on. So Neil says, popular debate, ketchup or tartar sauce on your fish cake. And I feel like we said, this is a recycled conversation. It comes up every Good Friday. It's going to come up again next year. And we're all going to be just like we're doing today, talking about what team we're on. So do you put ketchup on your fish cake or do you put tartar sauce? And do you look at the other person with a screw face or raised eyebrow, depending on what they put on it?
I put mayonnaise and ketchup. If I'm eating the fish cake alone, I do. If it's fish cake, peas and rice, and cauliflower, I do just mayonnaise. Yep, I'm that person.
You are that person, okay?
Yep, and I do not put tartar sauce on my codfish. I'll put it on other fish. Like if it's tilapia, if it's rockfish, if it's wahoo, I don't put it on my tuna. Like there's certain fishes that I just put
use tartar sauce with.
Yeah. I'm not gonna screw face you because like
any fish when you see fish.
Face you want is if you're putting salsa out of the chip jar on your fish cake.
So we can't have any.
Can't
have any. Me personally, when I did eat fish cakes, it was always ketchup. I never did tartar sauce on my fish cake.
To mellow that ketchup.
I didn't. When I was younger, I used to go ham with the mayonnaise and ketchup and like mix it together and make this whole other condiment, orange condiment. And then after a while, I just like stopped liking mayonnaise in stuff. So even my potato salad didn't have a lot of mayonnaise. Like anything that would have mayonnaise in it, it had very little mayonnaise. So I don't really like mayonnaise like that. But I did it for a period. But I've never done tartar sauce on my fish cake. And to your point about fish that I don't eat tartar sauce with, I think the main one would probably have been salmon, and tilapia would have been the two that I didn't use tartar sauce with. But everything else, tartar sauce was a free for. Like, I don't care. It is what it is. Now, coming back to the comments, I'm looking at the time. We're running really low. So we're going to run through some of these last comments over here. So speaking of why Jason doesn't like seafood, he's on the water all day, which totally get that if you're in a space. That's like Jacky loves tennis. So we can't. I taught tennis at trained last and I'm like, never mind. That's just a whole nother thing. Coming back to the onion conversation, Janika says cooked and raw together is the perfect combination. And I'm pretty sure Jacky is team. Yes. When it comes to that. Neil says, gum will be on deck for you, Jacky, because
stop acting like you didn't know I used to walk around with triple X, pearlers, and gum in high school. I always had it. And sometimes a toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, and Listerine. I have
all the things.
Just to make sure. I don't want to be that person. Like, if I'm ever been that person, you didn't tell me.
Shame on you. Again, you're not referring to Jacky. And last comment as we wrap up, Sean Smith says he loves tartar sauce, but it's hard to get relish out here, which that is a sad experience.
We're gonna get somebody to ship
We'll bring you some. And Jacky and I visit because we have plans to go to Portugal.
Let me tell you, a whole carry-on. Well, I can't put it in my hair.
You can't.
And Maltesers and whatever else for you.
Whatever else you don't get over there, we'll bring. Well, they probably get Maltesers.
And
got over there in Europe. Just joking. On that note, Jacky and I are going to take another quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to do trivia time with Terri, which is our feel good vibe of the day. So make sure you stick around for that. Jacky and I will be right back after this commercial break.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jacky Lambert. If you're just joining us or you've been watching us this entire episode, but you haven't reacted, you haven't liked, you haven't run up the hearts on Twitter, make sure you do that wherever you are watching. It is time for our feel good vibe of the day, which is trivia time with me. I have some trivia questions from the 2000s that we're going to go through. Hopefully these are
2000s, Jack.
It's in the 2000s. It's the decade of the millennial, so you should definitely get this. Now I didn't get a chance to put them in my little bubble like I did the last time, but that's all right because you're gonna get them. We're gonna start this first one off. I think it's gonna be really easy. We're gonna see how this goes. Who did Kesha wake up feeling like in 2009?
Woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey.
I'm gonna hit the city. Yes! Brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack for the night because I ain't coming. I can't remember good.
It's fine. I loved it. I'm great. I'm glad you knew what song it was because I was like, she might know it, she might not know it, but I love that song. That was a bop. That was a whole
as I was getting ready for my day, like hype.
That was a whole bop. Okay, TV show. What does the eliminated contestant not receive on each episode of The Bachelorette?
A rose.
Yes, girl. Yeah.
Girl, you're killing it today. Thank you. I tried.
Okay, final one. I don't know. Let's see. All right, we'll go for movie.
Okay.
What film series has students experiencing a premonition where they see their death?
Fatal.
Kinda. I think you know it.
Oh my god, Fatal. No, it's not Fatal.
It's an F word, though.
Yes. Shh.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I know what it is too, because like they die on the plane and he realizes, oh my god.
Let me see if the audience
Final
got it.
Destination.
Jason had it too.
Got it.
I
didn't see any.
No, you didn't see it, but they definitely got it. Cars and Fleming got it as well. So shout outs. I mean, I will give you did get 3 out of 3. They beat you, but you did get 3 out of 3. So shout outs to Jackie for getting her 3 out of 3 finally. And it's a great thing for Jackie. It's a great thing for Jackie. And as always, Jackie and I hope that today's Feel Good Vibe of the day has you ready to make it a great one. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with this episode of Good Day Bermuda, which is supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert, and we do have a special announcement today. We are actually going to be taking a hiatus from the show, but in the meantime, you can still engage with us live on the daily hour. Every now and then, Jackie and I will pop in, and you can also stay engaged with Good Day Bermuda on social media for more fun, trivia questions, Jackie's joke times, and chances to win prizes and other things. So make sure you stay engaged with Jackie and I. And yes, Sean Smith also got it as well, Jackie. So everyone got the Final Destination.
I'm so proud of us.
And on that note, Jackie and I will see you around somewhere. Until whenever. Peace and have a good day, Bermuda.